My name is Alexander Yakovlev, and I have been working in the most popular dating website in Western Union. So if you want to meet new friend or maybe new love, please visit our website. But today is subject about replication from MySQL to NoSQL. In our example, NoSQL, it's Tarantool. Let me introduce what is Tarantool. Tarantool is a NoSQL database which was created by Russian company Mail.ru Group. Today, Tarantool is a NoSQL database, but the owners from this company told us that in future Tarantool will support SQL. So, when we were reading press release about new version of MySQL 5.7, we understood that previous version 5.6, it was the last version which was supported HandlerSocket. But we use HandlerSocket a lot. It's one hand, and another hand that we definitely want to change version to 5.7 because this version has very important feature for us like GIS or maybe image index. Of course, and it was a problem because we don't want to use two different versions in our system, 5.6 with HandlerSocket and 5.7 for GIS system. So we can resolve. So we had to resolve this problem to do something which to move out HandlerSocket from our system. At that time, we had already learned that Mail.ru Group created a replicator from MySQL to Tarantool. It was their idea to replicate data from MySQL to NoSQL. So we asked the Mail.ru Group team about source code of replicator, and rewrite this source code. This why they thought that Tarantool is the system which help us, because we set up Tarantool and compare response time from Tarantool and memcache as a key-value store. And it was a surprise for us that Tarantool is already faster than memcache in 2 times. It was amazing. So we decided Tarantool is our way. And the last thing why I decided to use Tarantool and replicator from MySQL to Tarantool, because we have 100 servers of MySQL and we have a big structure, and we didn't want to change the structure such as MySQL master and a lot of slaves. We just need to change slaves with HandlerSocket to something else. What is replicator? Replicator is independent daemon which read events from MySQL server and put all changes to Tarantool. The third limitation about replicator that you should use only row-based bin log on MySQL master server. No statement, no mixed. The second limitation of replicator, which read events on MySQL master, that if you want to set up 10 slaves, you need 10 replicator. One replicator can work only with one slave. And the last limitation that our replicator will work only with Percona or Oracle MySQL server and will not work with MariaDB, unfortunately. Replicator, it's an independent daemon. It's not a part of MySQL. It's not a part of Tarantool. It's an independent daemon which just read all events and put data to NoSQL server to Tarantool. We have two main features about replicator. The first feature, we call it cold start. Imagine you need to set up one replication from MySQL to Tarantool. You just set up from RPM package Tarantool, just create simple config file for replicator and start. After that, replicator compare all spaces on Tarantool with your config file and all table download automatically. Another feature from replicator that you, as a system administrator, you can control that replication is working. For example, in MySQL server, you know a command show slave status, which help you to control mechanism of replication. So our replicator has this mechanism. In this mechanism, you can see exactly binary log which is reading at right moment, and exactly point in this, in exactly position in this binary log which execute right now. Then we were thinking about how to move out HandlerSocket from our system. The thought about very popular procedure. Then you do request from MySQL and save response to cache. Tarantool is very popular system as a cache, but at that moment we thought it was a bad idea because we need to validate cache in each procedure, in each method of our lot of source code. And I suppose that cache it's a bad idea at all. So we did it all, and we compare after that response time from Tarantool and response time from HandlerSocket. You see that response time from Tarantool in 2 times or maybe 3 times less from HandlerSocket. Why? The reason is very simple, because the buffer pool size in these servers are less than database. So we have a lot of I/O operation from SSD in this picture, but Tarantool is absolutely in memory database. All data in RAM, absolutely. So that's why Tarantool is the faster than MySQL with HandlerSocket, because Tarantool absolutely in memory database. So somebody might say that we were reinventing the wheel, but not. Because you might say, if you want to keep your data in memory, okay, just do alter from InnoDB to heap, or just move your InnoDB file to TeamPFS and create some links. But no. Just right now, I tell you the most important feature about replicator. Imagine situation that you have a database with 100 tables, but you just need only 7 tables in slaves, 7 tables from 100. Okay, it's not a big deal from MySQL. You can replicate only 7 tables. But from these 7 tables, you need, these 7 tables have 200 rows. MySQL can't, and you just need only 50 rows from 200 rows. MySQL doesn't know how to replicate rows, just tables, but our replicator can replicate rows. If you need to replicate 1 row from table, no problem. So we saved a lot of memory for replicator because our database 200 gigabytes on MySQL master server. But we replicate only 7 tables and 20 rows from these 7 tables instead of 200 rows. And we spent only 20 gigabytes on Tarantool. It's the main feature that you can save memory on your slave because you can replicate only important rows. You don't need to spend RAM for rows which you will not use. So after when we switched on after when we switched on Tarantool in our system, we switched off all MySQL services with HandlerSocket. Right now we are working with 2 Tarantool instead of 10 MySQL services with HandlerSocket. 2 instead of 10. So, the small results about our history. Tarantool is very fast. 2 or 3 and 4 times faster than MySQL because it's absolutely in-memory database. Tarantool is very easy because how much lines does you have in do you have in your MySQL file? MySQL file on MySQL server maybe 200 lines, but Tarantool is too easy that you just need config file of Tarantool 11 lines, not 200 lines. I like Tarantool community. Imagine you have a bug of MySQL, PHP, another system. You have a bug. You go to website, you put to tracker your bug, and maybe after a month, maybe after a year, your bug will resolve. But in Tarantool, another system, you just need to take part in a group of messenger like WhatsApp. It's another messenger of Russian company Telegram, and put your bug in this community. Your bug will resolve as soon as possible. Maybe 1 day, maybe 1 hour. Tarantool company will do package without bugs for you as soon as possible. Tarantool have a very good dump resource system, faster than MySQL. Database with 100 gigabyte will dump in 10 minutes and restore in 12 minutes instead of hours in MySQL. So the main problem in Tarantool, it's for me only 2. Right now Tarantool doesn't support SQL, and the second problem, case insensitive. I mean that my family with first letter and my family with low letter, it's different for Tarantool. you know for MySQL it's the same. So that's all. But if you replicator from MySQL to Tarantool, you can use in BSD license, you can use it for free. And if you have a bug or question or question to how to use it and how to set up replicator, please write me. I help you.